But Express Scripts loves to say, Dr. Koster said, right, this program is different. There's nothing to see here. We operate differently. First of all, in federal pleadings, Express Scripts doesn't call themselves a PBA for TRICARE. They call themselves a PBM. Additionally, in court filings, Express Scripts has said that they manage the TRICARE retail pharmacy network in a manner that's indivisible and indistinguishable from their other networks, including the Federal Employee Health Plan. That's Express Scripts' words. In court filings, there's no difference with how they manage that program. That's stunning and it's damning. And the reason it's stunning and it's damning is because the Office of Inspector General for the Office of Personnel Management has looked at Express Scripts practices in their retail network for 2 federal employee health plans. And you know what they found? They found the books didn't match. They found that the drug prices they were reporting to the federal employee health plan clients didn't match the lower reimbursements they were negotiating with retail pharmacies to the tune of $18 million. That tells you 2 things. 1, they got 2 sets of books, and 2, spread pricing is alive and well in the Express Scripts retail TRICARE pharmacy network. I think the good news is there's things that we can do. Absolutely immediately, I think DHA should engage in an expansive audit using their Office of Inspector General with an interagency agreement with the Office of Personnel Management's Office of Inspector General. They've looked under the hood and they know where those bodies are buried. On top of that, I think certainly the contract can be improved to prohibit vertical integration and to close these loopholes. And lastly, legislation is absolutely in order to remove the entrenched favoritism towards mail order pharmacy, increase patient choice, end PBM steering, and take away the ability of Express Scripts to manipulate drug prices by moving to a market-based index. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you very much. So obviously we have some disagreements in here. Let's get those out and see if we can make it better. For 6 years, I'm on the Health Committee, and I've heard a lot about this over the years. So this will be good. And I'm going to yield my time to probably a guy that knows more about health care. Anybody up here is being a senator, guy who's in the healthcare business for a long time, Senator Scott.
Thank you, Chairman. So my background is I had 285,000 employees and I used PBM. I also owned at one time when I was running a hospital company, the 3rd biggest PBM. And then I was, I think, the largest shareholder in a pharmacy chain that went through all the struggles of trying to make money. Where things were moving to mail order, not just drugs, but everything was moving to mail order, and so you're losing more. So everybody up here, I've sort of been in your position. So, Dr. Smith, before I get to the PBM part, can I just ask you a pretty simple question? How many fighter jets does America buy from China? You know of any? Have you ever heard of any warships? And it seems like a pretty stupid idea to buy from them, wouldn't it? Because we're building military because they're our adversary, right?
Yes, sir.
So, but at the same time, we buy drugs from them every day, and it's my understanding that we, and part of the reason we don't buy fighter jets or warships is from China is because one, we don't want to be reliant on them, and we probably could save some money, right? Probably might do it cheaper. So why are we continuing to buy Chinese drugs when we don't want to rely on them for fighter jets or anything else?
So, sir, we are well aware of some of the dependencies that are in the system that we've had this discussion with a number of you, the national security concerns that we have. And I believe we try to only buy TAA-compliant drugs, which is part of the reason for the difference in the generic pricing, depending on where you are for the venue. But we are doing a number of different efforts to try to shore up that chain. And in next year, in that president's budget, you will see funding that is dedicated to trying to do a number of efforts relative to shoring up that supply chain.
So, Dr. Smith, part of your job is you want to make sure that everybody that's relying on TRICARE can get the drugs they need,
yes,
right? And you want to get the best price you can because it's taxpayer money, right?
Absolutely.
You're trying to do both of those. So under the contract with Express Scripts or Evernorth, whatever it is, so how are they paid? Do they have a profit incentive, or do they have where they're making money off the drugs, or do they get a set fee and you set the price of the drugs?
So the basic way it works with, it's complicated because there's three different pieces to this, but relative to the mail order pharmacy, they get basically a fill fee from us. Okay. All of the drugs are bought by the Defense Logistics Agency using the federal pricing and our negotiations directly with the manufacturers. And so we replace in kind anything that's used by their mail order pharmacy, and then they get an administrative fee for that fill. On the retail side, we rely on the network that they built both for their commercial business and also for our business. And they have provided in the contract a network discount guarantee for us. If they do better than that, there's incentives for them. If they do less than that, then they basically have to make up the difference. Then we are the ones that go out and get the refunds based on the TRICARE, the exact name is the TRICARE Retail Refund Program that you all authorized us, and we have that. So that brings it back down to about federal supply. And then our Pharmacy and Therapeutics Committee also then works with manufacturers on volume discounts and all, and we will go after additional discounts to save money. But none of that, and this is a distinct difference with all of the other plans, including the FEHBP plans that were referred to, it does not go through Evernorth. It comes directly and from us back and forth with. And Evernorth, actually, one more thing, sir, I'm sorry to interrupt. On the retail network, they are using direct government funds to actually pay the bills to the pharmacies.
Okay. You decide the price, you're buying the drugs.
Yes, sir.
It's your drug. And do you set the copay for TRICARE?
That's set by you, the Congress.
So the Express Scripts is not setting the copay?
No, sir, they do not. Now, the pricing within the network that is paid to the pharmacy is part of Evernorth's work. We then come back and get refunds from the pharmaceutical companies if that for the price that is above the FS, just to be clear on that.
Right, and you use whether it's Express Scripts or somebody else, you use mail order because it's cheaper, right?
We use, the advantage of mail order is multifold. One is that it's convenient for the person